gates and doors were barred, and all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness and rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow and half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away. Then just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gates began to rattle and a voice began to call. I hurried to the window and looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. But there was no one there but Mary, so I went down to let her in. John stood there beside me. She told us where she had been. She said they've moved him in the night and none of us knows where. Stone's been rolled away and now his body isn't there. We both ran toward the garden and John ran on ahead. We found the stone and the empty tomb just the way that Mary said. But the winding sheet that wrapped him in was just an empty shell. And how or where they'd taken him was more than I could tell. Well, something strange had happened there, but just what I didn't know. John believed a miracle, but I just turned to go. Circumstance and speculation couldn't lift me very high, 'cause I'd seen them crucify him and then I saw him die. But back inside the house again, the guilt and the anguish came. Everything I'd promised him just added to my shame. When at last it came to choices, I denied I knew his name.
I denied I knew his name.
And even if he was alive, it wouldn't be the same. Then suddenly the air was filled with a strange and sweet perfume. Light that shone from everywhere drove shadows from the room. Jesus stood before me with his arms held open wide, and I fell down upon my knees and just clung to him and cried. He raised me to my feet, and as I looked into his eyes, love was shining out from him like sunlight from the skies. Guilt and my